that. And she swallowed it. That is a monster.
Hi there everybody, Trevor Randles Outdoors Iowa here, and today I'm going to show you how to cook some fish a really good way, in case you want something different. So here I've got some chunked up crappie fillets with some rather big fillets, or rather big fish, so I chunked them up smaller, and you want to get them patted dry. Make sure they're dry so that when you go to mix them up, the sour cream will stick. So what you're using for breading, you use the sour cream as a binder, and then I'm actually using Shore Lunch Cajun mixed with flour. That's just one of my favorite breadings, but you can do this with seasoned flour and it works really well. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the fish after it's dried off and the oil's ready. Got my Dutch oven going. So we're going to put the fish in the bowl, mix it with the sour cream, and then as the oil gets ready, we're going to get one batch at a time ready from the sour cream to the breading. And what you'll do is you'll put the fish in the breading, you'll mix it up until everything's dry. If you feel everything's dry ingredients, it's ready to go in the oil. Make sure you don't put your sour cream fish in the dry breading until you're ready to put it in the hot oil. Because if you do it too soon, it'll turn the breading soggy and just won't be as crispy. This gives it almost like a Kentucky Fried Chicken crispy breading on the outside. It's really good. I like to use it with thicker fillets, catfish, stuff like that. So I'll make sure the oil gets hot and we'll get to it. All right, so my fish is patted dry. We're going to go in the bowl with it. Should almost use a bigger bowl, to be honest. Bigger the bowl doesn't hurt. Just helps make less of a mess. We'll do half of them right now. Get your sour cream. I had some left over from tacos. So a liberal amount. The more sour cream you use, the crunchier your breading is going to be. So this is going to be a messy part. Just use your hand, get the fish coated with the sour cream. You can also do this with mustard. It doesn't leave a leftover taste. You won't taste it afterwards. It's just used as a binder, but I always use sour cream. Alright, so all the fillets are coated. Get the extra sour cream off my hand. It's a little bit messier of a recipe, but so worth it. Alright, so fish is in the sour cream, sitting waiting. Don't want to add it to the breading until you know for sure your oil is ready. I like to just take a couple drops of water. Not quite. I'm getting there, but not quite. So, just gotta wait, make sure that oil is good and hot before you add this fish. It's gonna get really crispy, I'm telling you guys. Alright, so I'm gonna be doing this one-handed. Let's see how this works. Take your fish, coat it in your sour cream, now that the oil's hot and ready. And you only want to put enough to make one batch at a time in the dry ingredients. You don't want to overload the fryer. You can do this in a deep fryer, pot. I use a Dutch oven, or sometimes you can use a cast iron pan. So after you throw it in here, just give it a good toss. And like I said, you want to go until you don't feel any wet ingredients anymore. So everything's dry, which we are there. All right. So now, bear with me here. Head over the fryer. And we are going to drop our fillets in. See how it's nice and hot? She's ready to go. That's what she said. Alright, so we've got the fish cooking and ready to go. You don't get the other batch ready until you got this fish out and done. I like to give it a little stir, make sure no pieces are sticking. And what you're waiting for is you'll see the bubbles start to get a lot less and the fish will float to the top. When it does that, you know the fish is done. It's pretty easy to be able to tell. So just take a few minutes and these fillets will be done, and then I'll just keep doing it. I've got about maybe 3 to 4 batches to do. Such a good breading to use. There's multiple ways to cook fish. I don't always fry fish, but I do prefer the fried fish the most. This is just a really good recipe. Like I say, you can do this with seasoned flour even. Take and put Lowry seasoning, salt, and whatever other seasonings you want to, and some flour, and works just the same. Gives you a really crispy, crunchy breading on the outside. It's amazing. So I'll bring you guys back when this first batch is done. Alright, so the fish is floating. The bubbles are starting to get a little smaller. Not as much. You can see the breading is nice and brown, perfectly done. Look at that. Looks like Kentucky Fried Chicken. So you pull out the oil, and of course, best time to season anything that you fry is when you first take it out of the oil. I like 20 Saturons. If you hit it when it's still got that hot oil in it before it drains into the paper towels, that season will adhere to the breading a lot better. So, alright, I've got a few more batches to make, and then we'll give her a taste test. Alright, so I got all the batches done, oil's getting cooled off. Look at how good that looks. Nice and crispy. So I got my taste tester here. Hi, Lacey. Alright, babe. This side's the cool side. Let's see what she thinks.
You know, it almost looks like a flathead.
Yeah, that's how I do my flathead. You gotta say how crispy it is and how it tastes, the flavor.
Mm.
How crispy is it?
Really crispy.
You like it?
I always like your fish, babe.
Alright. Well, I'm gonna get to eating. Hopefully you guys enjoy this recipe, and hopefully you guys get a chance to do it yourself. It's not that hard to make. It gets a little messy, but it's so worth it. Definitely worth a try. Let me know if you make it and how you liked it. So don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you guys later.